The Duggars to be exposed again on Shiny Happy People Season 2. As you may have unfortunately heard of late, it's possible that the Duggars soon make a return to reality television. We cannot confirm at this time whether or not that will be the case. We can, however, report that another series about the Duggars is on the way, from the same folks who so gloriously exposed this family and its unusual religion last summer. Back in the middle of 2023, Amazon Prime released Shiny Happy People, a documentary that centered on the Institute of Basic Life Principles, IBLP, a religious cult, some might say, founded by Bill Gothard. This is the same cult, some might say, whose rules and strict regulations were imposed on all 19 Duggar children by their parents, Jim, Bob, and Michelle. The IBLP teachings aren't Christianity, a woman says at one point in the program. There's something entirely different. The series also featured interviews with Jill Duggar, Dillard, Derek Dillard, and Amy Duggar, King's involvement, all of whom shed more light than ever before on the belief system held by Jill's polarizing parents. Jill, for her parent, said she was made to feel that saying no to her father was akin to saying no to God, and also said she was forced to give birth on camera. IULP and the teachings draw in people, like my dad, who want this control. It can foster this cult-like environment, Jill said on camera. I absolutely think people would be drawn to that. Now, in the wake of the popularity of Season 1, it has come out that Amazon is moving ahead with Shiny Happy People Season 2. According to a video posted by It's Roast Hour on Instagram, new installments of the program are currently filming in Georgia. Just to be clear, though, Amazon has not yet made any sort of announcement. Shortly after the release of Shiny Happy People last year, Corey Shepard Stearns, one of the docuseries' executive producers, assured fans in a Reddit AMA that there was plenty of material to do another season, if given the opportunity arose down the line. Go to Amazon Prime Video on all socials and beg. We have so much more to tell, Corey told fans, adding that she would likely include more coverage of the Duggars' ILP pals, the Bates family, in a new season. In an interview with The Sun, meanwhile, Corey also claimed there was a lot of unused footage from Season 1 that she would like to see on Season 2. There is more incredible stuff to come, she said back then. It was hard to decide what to leave behind. There was a lot of discussion about oh, we can't cut that. How can we cut that? It wasn't left on the cutting room floor. We carefully picked it up and set it aside, hoping for exactly this moment, exactly for this kind of success, so that we can make an argument that the world needs more. Within 9 days of its release in 2023, the 4-part docuseries reached more viewers than any other Amazon docuseries in history, despite Jim, Bob, and Michelle condemning the project. Or maybe because of it. The recent documentary that talks about our family is sad because in it we see the media and those with ill intentions hurting people we love, these terrible people said in a statement last June. Like other families, ours too has experienced the joys and heartbreaks of life, just in a very public format. This documentary paints so much and so many in a derogatory and sensationalized way because sadly that's the direction of entertainment these days. They concluded at the time, we have always believed that the best chance to repair damaged relationships or to reconcile differences is through love in a private setting. We love every member of our family and will continue to do all we can to have a good relationship with each one. Through both the triumphs and the trials, we have clung to our faith all the more and discovered that through the love and grace of Jesus, we find strength, comfort, and purpose. A few months after Josh Duggar was snubbed by his loved ones amid a very challenging time for the convicted sex offender, The Sun now reports that Duggar received a surprising visit at some point over the past several days from his mother and his father. According to this outlet, Jim, Bob, and Michelle Duggar recently stopped by FCI Seagoville, the system near Dallas, where Josh has been an inmate since his May 2022 sentencing on child pornography charges, and spent about 5 hours with their son. An unnamed onlooker passed this information on to the Sun. Josh likes to sit in the corners, so we were too far away to hear anything, but there were lots of smiles and they were still in there when I left, this individual explained. They were dressed in normal clothes, like church clothes. From what we can gather, this is the first known visit by any relatives to Duggar in at least a month. Yes, he somehow remains married to Anna Duggar, but she hasn't been spotted at the aforementioned facility in a very long time. Anna is likely busy raising the 7 young kids Josh left behind. Michelle was in a skirt and blouse and looked skinnier than I remembered. The witness continued, providing the following details. They got some snacks, no games, even though the cabinet was open. Jim Bob was leaned back with his arm across the chair, his wife kinda tucked into his side. They looked relaxed and happy. They just shared a couple of snacks and chatted all day. The Sun previously wrote about that get-together. Josh Duggar, of course, starred on the TLC series 19 Kids and Counting and was found guilty in December 2021 of possessing child sexual abuse materials. A jury of Duggar's peers determined that he had downloaded countless illicit photos and videos of children under 12 years of age from his workplace computer. Jim Bob and Michelle's latest visit, meanwhile, comes after an inmate in Josh's unit was busted with contraband in February. They got a new warden at Seagaville, and she's been posting notices about contraband, saying that if contraband is found in one cell in one unit, the whole unit will get shut down and lose privileges, a source said back then. Josh's building got shook down this week and they found a bunch of contraband. I know they found a bunch of alcohol. No word on whether the mass punishments have ensued, but it would most likely be taking away phone and email privileges. We can't say for certain whether or not Josh Duggar was at either any penalty at the time, but we can definitely say we don't feel remotely bad for him if he was.